Hello everybody, it's night time again. I just want to talk about certain, going to go through certain what I would call classifications of safety. First one being wet riding. Now this is my own opinion, it might help some people in respect of you might not know everything, or you know, everybody can ride in the wet, but if you're new to riding, or even an existing rider, you might think some things are helpful. Even one bit could help you, then it's fine. But I classify it into two different categories depending on what you're riding. One is for scooters, which have automatic shift, and then you've got your motorcycles. Both different, because scooters themselves, they tend to have automatic transmissions, and when you turn the throttle off, so just the belt comes off the drive mechanism, and it goes into like freewheel mode, a bit like an automatic car. Then you have motorcycles where you can use engine braking by changing down. So we'll talk about scooters first. Number one, always check your tyre pressures. Once a week, whenever you can, just check your tyre pressures, make sure they're recommended for your vehicle, the amount of tyre, because you've got a certain contact patch on the road which is only small, and so like a car where you got four, on an axle, two on the front, two on the back, you just got two, so you turn left and right, etc. So make sure you've only got a good contact patch on the road. Number two is be aware of your surroundings, and make sure, if you don't know where you're going, drive a bit slower, but just be aware of your surroundings. Number three is don't drive too close to the car in front. They might make a change of direction, or oh, I've got to go down that road there, or whatever, and then what you do is you're too far up the bum, and you brake too harsh and you go skidding off. Number four is on wet roads, in respect of if it's only just rained first time for a week or whatever, the roads are going to be greasy. There's going to be diesel and rubbish on the roads, and as soon as it starts to rain, they get a bit more greasy. So always be aware of that, in respect of your braking distances need to be longer than normal. And then there's the action of braking. Now there's two types of actions of braking on scooters, depending on whether you've got ABS or no ABS. If you've got no ABS at all on your, always, scooter has left and right front brake, back brake on your left, and front brake on your right. Now on a scooter, never grab for a brake and heave a full brake. If you haven't got ABS, you don't want to grab a full brake, and always grab your brakes evenly, left and right, so back and front, left being your back, grab them both evenly and put them on together till you get to the stop you want. You haven't been driving to a person in front of you, so you can stop quite easily. That way then you're going to stop, you're locking the front wheel up and spinning yourself off. And lastly, on scooters, in respect of lean angles, be careful of your lean angles in wet roads. You don't need a big heavy lean angle. That way then, it's windy tonight, so I'm just driving slow because I'm talking. Be careful of your lean angles, especially lean angle and then braking with your front, because that'll skid you off. So always apply your brakes like back and front together on a scooter. I'll talk about motorcycles now. A lot of similar actions on a motorcycle. I'm going to turn around here because I'm going to go miles out of my way. On a motorcycle, always like I say, a lot of the actions are the same, except on a scooter where you're freewheeling as soon as you take the throttle off. On a motorbike you're not, you're just using the engine braking. You can use the engine braking to slow you down. So like now, so I'm in 3rd gear, 4th gear, 5th gear. I've used all the criteria I use on the scooter in respect of distance in front of me, etc. Not too much leer angle. I've made sure my tyres are correct pressures, etc. I'm wearing the right gear, I can see through my visor, etc. But as soon as you take your throttle off, now she's starting to freewheel a bit. We're using engine braking, she's slowing down. Now you can increase the engine braking by downshifting. So we're coming up in a minute to a mini roundabout. So on the motorbike, if I want to decrease my speed without using too much brake pressure, and again, apply your brake pressure evenly, whether you have got or haven't got ABS on a motorbike. Apply your brake pressure evenly. Front right brake is your front and your foot pedal is your rear. When I get down to this roundabout I'll show you. Sorry, there's bumps in the road, just missing the bumps. So I'm doing what, 30 miles an hour. I've kept my distance to somebody in front of me. I'm in 5th gear. I'm approaching roundabout. It's a greasy, horrible roundabout. It's been peeing down with rain, I can hardly see, etc, etc. When I get down to this roundabout, I can start applying my brakes now, but I can start downshifting now, 4th, 2nd. See how it's bringing my speed down? I went to 2nd gear, and before I even got to here, I haven't used the brake. So you can use your downshifting to use for engine braking, which is all cool. Look at that lovely sky. Right, I hope that helps everybody in respect of not a lesson, just my thoughts on what could help you in different scenarios. Don't grab a handful of brake, end of, grab your brakes together. Make sure you've left enough distance in front of you. If you're going around the corner and you need to slowly brake, don't, just do enough brake to get you to your stopping distance. Don't overdo it, because if you over pull the brake, that's when she'll either lock up and slide up off the back. Okay, end of the lesson. So I hope it helps somebody. I'm going to do quite a few different ones of these, but that's just one for tonight on using engine braking to slow you down in wet weather conditions on a motorbike, on what to do on a scooter, etc. Right, that's it. Bye for now. See you later. Ta-ti, bye. Ooh, look, I'm wobbling. Bye bye.